in oral versus text in discipleship, and we need better storytellers. And so now we're going to hit another medium. It's not just the business owner. It's not just the dietitian. It's not just the artist, but now it's the storyteller. And I really do believe that we need better storytellers. And I really believe that we have lost the art of storytelling because we have become a culture too understanding, too pressed into text. And even though it may be we may struggle with literacy, that's not even what I'm meaning. It's not can you read or can't you read. We have been shaped by how text forms us and how that way of learning forms us instead of how most of the people would have understood the Bible. We talked about presenting of Scripture in that video you just watched. Tom Boomerstein talked a little bit about how the medium of the Bible, 2% of people were educated enough to write. So how many think, I mean, it was the elite. So how many of the population do you think could read? Probably no one. The medium of communication was through the spoken word, the acted out, the visual. There is good evidence that Paul wouldn't have sent an Ephesians letter would not have circulated so widely if Paul would have just sent scrolls. He couldn't send enough, but he would have Epaphroditus embody the text. Remember what Paul said verbatim. Epaphroditus would remember it, and then he would remember. And Paul would say, "When you say this, do a gesture. When you do this, I want you to look at them compassionately, talking about a mother loving her children. I want you to look at them like a mother loving her children. When you're talking about the anger of God, I want you to show that that's justified." All these things, Greek is a verb language. It's action-based. You can't understand Greek if you read it. You cannot. I'm just convinced after studying Greek in college that the only way you can understand it is when you put gesture to it. You put tone of voice to it. You put inflection, you put audience, you put community, you put performance. Most of the people transmitting these letters are probably more what we would understand as actors, trained people taking it from village to village. If you look in Acts 2, I want to start talking about oral versus text and that we need better storytellers. And I'm going to show us kind of how we textually learn and how that's good for forming theology. Okay, we learn kind of theology, but I want to develop a different term over here, which is doxology, which is pressing out all the things that we know into our praise, into our worship, into our work, into our trade, into our craft, all home, all work, all play.